Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bad Directions. It's bad directions on the road, bad directions for your life. We're scouring Reddit, looking for people who need advice, see if we can get them some. And, of course, you can call in yourself to the show. Leave a voicemail, 716-216-3252. And thank you for subscribing to the Patreon, of course. Tell your friends. First post here from Reddit. My girlfriend was rude to my friends and waiters. Big problem. Let's see. I was going to a bar with my friends last night, and my new girlfriend texted me saying she's in the area. I thought it'd be a nice opportunity for her to meet the guys, and I told her to drop by. She comes in with her friend. Let's see here. She comes in with her friend and explained to them. And I explained to them both that my friends and I, what the fuck? This is the bad directions part of bad directions. Just going out on the open road. Oh man. That's not good. Nah, it's probably fine. Oh golly. Alright, back to the post. So the girlfriend comes by. She comes with her friend, and I explained to them both that my friend was trying to get a job at this place, so please be nice. This place has a pretty unique vibe, and it's our favorite place in the city we're in. Okay. A couple drinks later, the girls end up being rude to the waiter and insulting the bar to him, saying it's a bar for old alcoholics and there's no atmosphere. It was more my girlfriend's friend, but still from both of them. I was a little mortified that they were being so rude to any waitstaff just trying to do their job. And especially ones that I told them specifically to be nice to. My girlfriend is usually super understanding, and I think they were just not used to drinking, to hanging out as opposed to dancing, so they were on a different kind of night out. But now I'm lost as to what to do. I'm going to go back tonight and apologize to the waiter. Bring him some chocolates or something, because you shouldn't have to put up with that stuff. But how do I apologize to my friend trying to get a job and talk to my girl? Do I even talk to her, or am I being dramatic? Any advice would be appreciated. Well, you definitely talk to your girlfriend, because this clearly bothered you, and no matter what, you want to, create good lines of communication right off the bat, because this is probably something that, potentially is going to happen again if you guys are hanging out, drinking and stuff. So I would say, get with her, talk to her. Be like, hey, I know this might sound a little nuts, but I want to talk to you. This might be a little weird, but I don't appreciate how you kind of spoke to the people at this bar and stuff. Now, chances are she's probably not going to like that too much. But you know what? If you kind of, can just be like, hey, I'm just letting you know, like, what's going on. I'm not trying to say it was a good thing or a bad thing, I guess, whatever. That argument's kind of already starting to fall apart, and I'm not even actually having this conversation. But you definitely should talk about it, and talk about it, with your friend. I'm sure your friend will understand. And if you want to keep seeing this girl, maybe get together with your friend and your girlfriend and kind of work that out, make sure there's no animosity there, kind of hang out with them both and show each of them that the other, is pretty cool. And bringing chocolates to the waiter, what a nice touch. It sucks that you feel you have to do that, and that's the thing. If maybe this person is just really nice, but if you are with someone and they are so rude to a waiter that you feel you have to apologize to the waiter and bring the waiter chocolates, go back to the place the next day without the person you were with, I mean, that's pretty brutal. But I bet you the waiter would appreciate that. I mean, if they even remember, those people deal with so much, waiting on drunk folks. I'm sure it's nothing that the waiter hasn't seen before. But that is a shitty job. People being rude to waiters, just wait staff and stuff, is always the absolute worst. I don't know where that could possibly even come from. I mean, it might just be, when people talk about this sort of thing, it's always like, well, maybe they just, everyone should work service jobs, because if you don't work service jobs, this is what happens. You shouldn't need to work a service job to understand how shitty it can be. And you definitely shouldn't need to work a service job to be nice to people. That's brutal. I mean, that's crazy. But maybe if you can kind of say that to your girlfriend, give them a little perspective on this, like, and say that, say how hurt you feel, like, especially, like, you kind of trusted her in saying, like, look, it would really help someone who I care about if we were, like, very, extra nice and, like, good here and stuff. And it's kind of some funny insults, though. This is an old bar for alcoholics. Yeah, I mean, I would maybe keep an eye on that. I'd definitely talk to her, and based on, like, her reaction, and if it keeps continuing this, this kind of behavior, she's, like, constantly rude to waiters and stuff, I'd say get the hell out of there, because you don't need that. Especially nice person bringing people chocolates. You don't need that in your life. Come on. All right, this one, I just found out my best friend and roommate is a convicted rapist. Okay, I don't know what this person is going to need advice with. Okay. Hi, everyone. I made this account just to ask this question because I am, all caps, beside myself, and straight up, all caps again, devastated. The backstory. Oh, God, this is going to be fucking long as hell, isn't it? I met my current best friend, roommate, and vocalist guitarist of my band 2.5 years ago. Jeez, what a picture this is already painting. This weekend, my brother and his girlfriend came out to where we live to visit and got an Airbnb. I was with them hanging out. Go around this guy. Bad directions. Okay. Where we live to visit and got an Airbnb. I was with them hanging out, about to go home, and Googled my address to see if there was still buses or if I should take an Uber. I was stoned talking to my brother and not paying attention to what I was doing, and just automatically started scrolling down unconsciously. Accidentally, I came across a search result listing our home address and his name with updated photos from every 90 days of the past 2 years on the sex offender registry. And there's no question it's not peeing in a park or something, okay? There are 3 charges: rape, sexual assault, and other sexual misconduct, rape of a child, indecent liberties. A little insight. Jesus Christ. I'm a musician. What the fuck does this have to do with living with a rapist? Well, I'm a musician, so if he comes at me, I'll hit him with a guitar or something. Good Lord. Okay. Oh, God. I'm a musician and have been almost my entire life. Shut up. We've been working very hard on music this whole time. Oh, my God, dude. He's worried about the album. He's living with a child rapist. And someone who rapes child, not a rapist that is a child. Oh, God. We've been working hard, very hard, all capitalized, very hard on this music this whole time, practicing and rehearsing almost every day. Of all the project I've done, this one had the most potential. Wow. This guy's getting ready. Dude, this guy is all gearing up. Man, this is crazy. This whole post is just going to be gearing up to be like, well, he is a pedophile. Just about the worst crime, probably the worst crime a person can commit, being a child rapist. But he's really good at the base. So I don't know what to do. Okay, let's see. This project had the most potential. We constantly talk about making it and all that bullshit. People that have heard us, oh boy. People that have heard us have loved it. But it's been, well, all right. If that guy's going, then I won't go. Do your thing. People that heard us loved it, but it's been a few people for safety purposes and finalizing before performance. He's begging to start gigging, recording, and get out there for like a year now. Yeah, he's trying to fucking hit the road and find more victims. Now, I'm a perfectionist. Jesus fucking Christ. So I want to make sure everything is perfect before recording and record before gigging so people can find stuff of ours. Plus, you need to provide demos to bars for them to decide if they want to let you play a show. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Your roommate is a rapist. You're living with a child rapist. You have big picture here, man. Jesus Christ. Now, I find out none of this matters at all. We have no chance whatsoever anyway because his name is tainted. Oh, dude. Dude, you ruined it. You ruined the music. The last 2.5 years have been a waste of time. The only salvation I thought I had is gone. The only thing that gave me hope is gone. There's always such an incredibly low chance of making it as it is. Now there's a 100% chance we won't. I live across the country from everyone I know. I'm going to have to move now, and I don't know where to go. Oh, and my best friend is a fucking child rapist. Now, it's crazy to me that he's still calling him his best friend. This must be one heck of a dude. There's so much more to this post. This is so long. Oh, so much of it about the fucking demo. Okay. Oh my God. Now here's this part. The question. Now, obviously, I can't continue living with being associated or working with this guy. Correct. That's not the question. My question is, my questions are not only how do I handle this, but how do I find out what happened? I've been searching endlessly online, but I don't know what site I can find more information, where to get the court transcript, arrest report, etc., or if I even can. I'm sure within the last 8 years, he's designed the story he'll tell if approached, and he'll lie or diminish what happened. He's a level 3. What the fuck does that mean? Whatever he did had to be bad. I can't find anything more than what's on the registry and a small mention in an article listing the service members that were arrested the same month in that particular state by region for similar crimes in the Navy. What the fuck? Did this happen in the Navy? Ooh, what do we got? Sorry, folks. Sometimes the bad directions interfere with the bad directions. But this fella is coming in hot. Okay, let's see here. I found out the prison was closed, but I was unsure where. Can I even find out what happened, since he was a lieutenant in the Navy at the time and was charged by the Navy and imprisoned in a naval prison? We might have to do some fucking finagling here, folks. The other factor. He has a wife. What? Do I go to her first with this? I highly doubt she knows. Oh, this young fella's coming up quick. Let's see what happens. Anyways. Oh, she gets embarrassed by him doing things that really aren't embarrassing in public. Yeah, so pretty sure she doesn't. I'm pretty sure she'd be mortified knowing she's married to a child rapist. Let's see, he met her a year before we met. They got married last August, and I was the best man. Wow. Wow. By the way, I'm female, I'm gay. All right, thanks for tossing that in there. I've always had more guy friends than girlfriends, so this was, pretty normal. But my point is, I spoke at his wedding. I took his wedding pics. Oh, just making sure. Just got to check on the old checkaroo. This car coming up. Everybody act natural. Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. Okay, we're good. Oh my God, there's still so fucking much more to this. We've cried with each other over things. He's always been there for me. Oh, man. All in all, he's actually been the best friend I've ever had. Oh my God. And then they're noting here that they had to take a quick break here to scream into a pillow. Jesus Christ, I can't find anything besides what the charges are, the prison he went to, and that he was supposed to serve 21 years, but an agreement was made to reduce it to 5. Boy, the timeline of where he's been the last 3 to 4 years doesn't exactly add up to him getting released in 2020, but I'm guessing he was let out a little early. It makes no sense that he wasn't on parole or probation. He has a great paying job working for a cement production company. His last job was the same work where he met his current wife. He's supposedly in the union, and when the job he was at with his wife, when his wife was laid off, was sold, the union decided to get his next job for him. So honestly, I don't know how it works specifically in that field. However, it seems his employees and co-workers all love him. Wouldn't they know, or at least the employer? This is so crazy and heartbreaking to me. It's probably pretty heartbreaking for the child that this person raped as well. Let's see. If anyone can provide some tips on how I can find info if I have to hire someone, and honestly, how the hell to tell his wife, I'd be truly grateful. Ay caramba. Well, first of all, that was way too long. Definitely didn't need all that information, but you know what? It does paint a pretty intense picture. I mean, holy cow. That's wild. Best friend you ever had. You're the best man at the wedding. But it doesn't seem like you've known each other for that long. And, I guess you don't necessarily need to know someone that long to get super close to them. But I think it's one thing if you are like friends with someone for 20 years and it turns out they're a fucking child rapist, or you met this fucking cool party dude like 2 years ago. You live with them and you find out that they are a convicted child rapist. However, what you do is exactly the same. You gotta get the hell out of there. How do you tell the wife? I don't know if there's any good way to, but there's no good way. That's a Band-Aid you gotta rip off, dude. You just have to rip off. You just literally have to sit down and be like, listen, Victoria, or whatever her name is, call her Victoria. Maybe that'll make it easier somehow. Disassociate a little bit. Say, Victoria, this is going to be maybe the hardest thing you've ever had to hear. And have like your fucking laptop there with the evidence like ready to go. Like just show her immediately. Don't just tell her like that. Just be like, you're married to a child rapist and here's the evidence of that. I assume you don't. I wouldn't even say I assume you don't know. Just give her all the facts. Just give her nothing but facts, straight up. You know, kind of lightly, like, you know, it's gonna be, again, you got to rip off that Band-Aid, but you're gonna drop the hammer no matter what. Be like, hey, this is probably gonna be the hardest thing you're ever gonna have to hear. Although maybe don't say that, because that's gonna scare the fuck out of somebody. That does sound like something that I would say to someone, but it's not necessarily the best move, I don't think. But say that, or, you know, sit her down, say, hey, you're married to a pedophile, and this is all the evidence for that. I mean, wow, that is absolutely unbelievable. As far as, you know, you're probably going to have to find some kind of private investigator or something, or somebody who knows how to potentially get this info, or to at least find out if that info is sealed, if there's any chance of you being able to see it at all. And I would say, aside from that, you know, just keep playing guitar. You know, right? Turn your pain into music. Jesus Christ! But yeah, you gotta. Oh man, you gotta get out of there. Definitely gotta get out of there. And I think, look, I know this guy's your best friend, but you've only known him for a couple years. You got time to make another best friend. If you made this best friend, you know, this quickly, you got time to make another one, and you just got to get the hell out of there. You know, maybe try some solo stuff for a little while. Maybe do a solo acoustic album or something to try and get away from this mess. But you definitely have to get the hell out of there. Golly, let's see what else is going on here. Let's see. Ooh. Do I tell... Oh, this one's also kind of long. How do I tell my roommate their girlfriend has overstayed her welcome? My 24-year-old male roommate's... what the fuck? Girlfriend lives 2 hours away and comes up every other weekend to visit and stays 3 to 4 days each time. This has been going on for almost a year. My roommate is a longtime friend of mine. We have been pretty close since 8th grade. They met their girlfriend Kay in college, and they have been dating for about a year and a half. I liked Kay at first. Oop. Everything cool? Kay's hearing me talk shit about her. She's on the road. All right. I liked Kay at first. She seemed nice, and she makes my friend very happy. Okay. 2 good things right off the bat there. But over the last few months, I have really started to hate having her in my home. She is a bit of a know-it-all, and whenever I try to make a silly joke about whatever boring documentary they have hogged the TV with all weekend, she always has to ruin it by correcting me with whatever information she deems relevant. She's been mean mugging me whenever I'm in the living room with them, and the day after Tears of the Kingdom came out, she took the TV remote away from me while I was playing it to put on whatever bullshit Pokemon breeding tutorial she was watching earlier. I asked her why she couldn't use a TV in B, that's a roommate in B's room, and she said she didn't want to. She lets the cats up on the table, even said he's allowed to be there. When I told the cat to get down, she has chronic plumber's crack, and I've seen more of her crack at this point than I have of my boyfriend's. overall, I'm feeling really really unwelcome in my own home, and Kay is around when Kay is around, and I'm not sure how to broach the subject with my roommate without offending them. But it really seems like Kay just doesn't like me. I don't want to tell B that they can't have their girlfriend around. I just wish Kay would stay in B's bedroom while B is at work instead of laying around the living room and mean mugging me and hogging the TV like she pays rent here. How should I tell my roommate that their girlfriend has overstayed her welcome? Oh boy. Well, this is a tough one. I've known people who have had issues like this, and it's obviously a tough conversation to have. But also, especially in a situation like this, and you can kind of tell from the way this person is writing this post, like it's a lot of passive aggressive bullshit has obviously built up. There's a lot of anger built up through this now, so you have to try. You've obviously held in a lot of stuff up to this point, and now it seems like it's just kind of getting ready to burst. And if you allow that to happen, it's just going to be some big crazy fight, and you don't really want that. What you want is to just kind of, convey your side of things as best you can. I would definitely at first, for sure talk to your roommate, but also talk to both of them, because if you just talk to your roommate, if you only talk to your roommate, a couple things are going to happen. This is pretty much what will likely happen. They'll either get mad at you and be like, oh, fuck off, blah, 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 or they will be like, oh, shit, you know what, okay, that does kind of suck, I'm sorry about that, you're coming at me really hot right now, but you make some good points, so let's see what's going on. And then if they talk to their girlfriend and be like, hey, this person, my roommate has been saying all this stuff, and maybe if you just calm it down, then that girl is going to make your life more of a living hell, because she's going to be actively really trying to do it, as opposed to now when she's just kind of coincidentally doing it. If you think things are bad now, there's a good possibility that they can get way worse, pal. So, I would maybe even have a conversation with both of them, try to talk things out. It is very tough when someone is brought into the living space and kind of takes a lot of control over the living space, who does not, pay rent there. Or live there full time. That could be very weird. But yeah, you definitely, the whole phrasing of like, I don't want to tell this guy his girlfriend can't come around. Well, yeah, you kind of can't. Because even if you say it that way to them, he's also the one paying rent. So he certainly, has the right to invite whoever he wants over and stuff. And chances are you might just have to get out of there if this is this bad of a situation. But maybe talk to both of them, because talking to just one of them is probably only going to create more problems. But maybe talk to the roommate first, and see what's going on. Yeah, it might be time to get out of there. It might be time to hit the road, start looking at new apartments and stuff. She sounds like a real tough chick to get along with. I'll say that. Watching Pokemon breeding videos, that's a real red flag for just a real crazy weird person. Anybody showing their butt, who's so unaware of their body that their butt crack is showing that much, that's just bad news. It doesn't sound like the type of person you want to be around, for sure. So if it looks like your roommate is going to want to stay with this person for a long time, heck, maybe they'll, move in together or leave or something. But, you know, boundaries are a tough thing to set, especially with roommates, you know, but overall, better communication, as usual. Better communication can solve a lot of problems, folks. But best of luck, man. God, I can't believe that. I can't believe that fucking child rapist thing, dude. And they're worried about the album. Jesus Christ. Yeah, a couple of long ones today, but that's going to be it for Bad Directions. Bad Directions for your life, Bad Directions on the road. And, of course, as always, you can call in yourself, 716-216-3252. Leave a voicemail. And thank you so much for subscribing to the Snack Spot Patreon. Make sure you check out Captions On already. Also, if you haven't, and, you know, tell somebody about the Patreon. Oops, that helps us a lot. All right, folks. Thanks. Stay happy. Stay healthy.